What's good, guys? It's time for another installment of What I Wish I Knew When I Started Lifting, and today we are talking about eating to grow. Now, some of you are probably like, that's pretty obvious, and I'm sort of sitting here like, are you seriously making a video saying that, you know, you need to eat more if you want to grow? And while it seems stupid, for a lot of newbies to the gym, it's not really that far-fetched for them to actually need this kind of explained, because social media is like saturated with all of these good looking physiques, right? And a lot of people are, at the moment especially, and when I started I remember seeing a lot of people, you know, that are shredded and they're busy doing their cut. And obviously when you're cutting, you're taking in fewer calories than you're burning. You're eating to lose weight. And I guess the mindset that you kind of get in is that, you know, in order to look like the other people, you should kind of eat how they're eating. And there's guys that are like 200 pounds eating 2,600 calories, and it's like, they're doing it to cut down, but it kind of, I guess for me, got stuck in my head like, oh, well, I guess if my maintenance is lower than that, I should be eating even less than that if I wanted to, you know, say, look like them. And that's obviously not the case, because if you want to grow, then you need to be eating more calories than you're burning. It's really as simple as that. Now, the main thing I wish I knew actually in terms of eating was that you should be tracking what you're eating so that you know you're eating enough to grow. Because it's one thing to know that you have to eat heaps to grow, but a lot of the times the people that say, oh man, I am struggling to put on weight, I just can't put on weight no matter what I do, you ask them, okay, so how much are you eating? And they say heaps. And it's like, well, what's heaps? You know, is heaps a plate full, you know, just so the plate's covered? Is it piled, you know, on top of it, you know, layered? Or is it like, I have 2 servings of this and 2 servings of that? And just saying that you eat heaps isn't enough. When you then get that person to say, write down everything they eat, and you actually calculate it all, you find out that, wow, you know, I'm not eating anywhere near as much as I thought I was, and that's why you're not gaining the weight that you want. And so it's important to realize that you need to be tracking what you're eating, and you need to be tracking what your weight's doing, because this is another problem I had, which was I would actually track my calories. To start with, I didn't for a while, but then I started looking at nutrition labels, tracking everything, right? So, all good. I knew how much I was taking in of protein, carbs, fat, and I knew how many calories I was getting. Sweet. I was eating 250 to 500 calories above my BMR. I had calculated that, so I thought, you know, I'm doing the right stuff. I'm eating in a surplus, so I should now be gaining weight. And it still wasn't happening, and it's like, the process that went through my head was like, well, I'm doing what it says like on the internet and stuff. I'm eating, you know, in a surplus of about 500 calories above my maintenance level, so I should be putting on weight. But even though it wasn't happening, I kept thinking in my head that, oh well, I'm still doing it right though, I must be doing it right. And I probably did that for like a year, where I didn't actually increase the food I was eating, even though the scale wasn't going up. And you look back now and it's just like, just such a stupid thought, I guess. But you know, as a newbie, that's kind of the thought process you go through, and things influence you to make you think that you are eating enough to grow, when you're just not really. So that was a big thing that I did wrong, was not eating enough and not realizing that even though my weight wasn't going up, I therefore needed to increase what I was eating. Because the BMR that you find, you know, which is your base metabolic rate, which is basically how many calories you burn while you're just sitting down doing nothing, while your body is basically living. And once you find that, that's just a starting point, okay? So say that you find out that your BMR is 2000, and so you eat 2500 calories, which is 500 calories above your maintenance, but you don't put on weight. Don't just stay there. I mean, that's basically what I did. I got a number and stayed there for ages, but you need to say, okay, I'm not gaining weight with this much, so I'll increase my intake by an extra 100 calories, or by an extra 200 calories. You don't want to do massive jumps because you might be quite close to the threshold where you will start putting on weight, but what you can do is jump up 100 calories, wait 1 or 2 weeks, okay, I'm still not gaining weight, another 100, you know, so on, so on. By the time you've gone 2 or 3 months, you might have added an extra 300 to 500 calories on top of the 500 calorie surplus you were already in, and you might finally be seeing the results you want to see. But pretty much the simple answer is, I wish I knew that I needed to eat more to grow, and the only way you know that you need to eat more is if you're not gaining weight. It's as simple as that. Oh, I'm not putting on weight, I need to eat more. Period. That's all for this video. I hope it was helpful for you guys. There will be more of these coming out. I still have a few ideas in the works, so if you liked it, make sure to give it a thumbs up down below. Leave any comments you have down below in the comment section, and make sure you subscribe if you haven't already for more videos. Thank you guys as always for watching, and I will see you all next time.